Hi guys. So I thought I would try to embed the camera. This is my first time doing this. Yes, I have a hat on because I haven't washed my hair today, to be honest. And so I'm upstairs actually in our bedroom trying to escape from the children. Um, you never know, they might come crashing in here right now. We are going to read. So you're going to need your Dear Mr. Henshaw book. And we're going to start on page 12. Page 12. If you need to pause me, you can go grab it. Okay, so we're going to read 12 to 19 today. November 16th. Dear Mr. Henshaw, Mom found your letter and your list of questions, which I was dumb enough to leave lying around. We had a big argument. She says I have to answer your questions because authors are working people like anyone else. And if you took time to answer my questions, I should answer yours. She says I can't go through life expecting everyone to do everything for me. She used to say the same thing to Dad when he left his socks on the floor. Well, I gotta go now. It's bedtime. Maybe I'll get around to answering your 10 questions, and maybe I won't. There isn't any law that says I have to. Maybe I won't even read any more of your books. Disgusted reader Lee Botts. P.S. If my dad was here, he would tell you to go climb a tree. November 20th. Dear Mr. Henshaw, Mom is nagging me about your dumb old questions. She says if I really want to be an author, I should follow the tips in your letter. I should read, look, listen, think, and write. She says the best way she knows for me to get started is to apply the seat of my pants to a chair and answer your questions and answer them fully. So here goes. Number one, who are you? So those are the questions that he asked him. Now he's answering them. Like I've been telling you, I am Lee Botts. Lee Marcus Botts. I don't like Lee for a name because some people don't know how to say it or think it's a girl's name. Mom says with the last name Botts, I need something fancy, but not too fancy. My dad's name is Bill, and Mom's name is Bonnie. Oh, that's my grandma's name. She says Bill and Bonnie Botts sound like something out of a comic strip. I am just a plain boy. This school doesn't say I am gifted and talented, and I don't like soccer very much the way everyone at this school is supposed to. I'm not stupid either. Number two, what do you look like? I've already sent you my picture, but maybe you lost it. I'm sort of medium. I don't have red hair or anything like that. I'm not real big like my dad. Mom says I take after her family, thank goodness. That's the way she always says it. In first and second grades, kids used to call me Lee the Flea. But I have grown. Now, when the class lines up according to height, I am in the middle. I guess you could call me the mediumest boy in the class. This is hard work. To be continued, maybe. Lee Botts. November 22nd. So it seems like he's writing him more often. Like November 16th, November 20th, now November 22nd. Dear Mr. Henshaw, I wasn't going to answer any more of your questions, but Mom won't get the TV repaired because she says it was rotting my brain. This is Thanksgiving vacation, and I am so bored. I decided to answer a couple of your rotten questions with my rotten brain. Joke. Number three, what is your family like? Since Dad and Bandit went away, my family is just Mom and me. We all used to live in a mobile home outside of Bakersfield, which is in California's Great Central Valley. We studied about in school. When Mom and Dad got divorced, they sold the mobile home and Dad moved into a trailer. Dad drives a big truck, a cab over job. He's talking about the big semis that they have on the top. You can sleep up there. Oh, it explains. That means the cab is over the engine. Some people don't know that. The truck is why my parents got divorced. Dad used to drive for someone else, hauling stuff like cotton, sugar beets, and other produce around Central California and Nevada. But we couldn't get owning his own rig. But he couldn't get owning his own rig for cross-country hauling out of his head. He worked practically night and day and saved a down payment. Mom said we'd never get out of that mobile home when he had to make such big payments on that rig. And she'd never know where he was when he hauled cross country. So he wanted to buy a big, huge truck and work for himself, transporting things across the country, which means he would have been gone a lot. His rig, which truckers called a tractor, but everyone calls a truck, has 10 wheels, 2 in front and 8 in the back, so he can hitch up to anything, flatbeds, refrigerated vans, a couple of gondolas. In school, they teach you that a gondola is some type of boat in Italy, but in the US, it is a container for hauling loose stuff like carrots. My hand is all worn out from all this writing, but I try to treat Mom and Dad the same, so I'll get to Mom next time. Your pooped reader, Lee Botts. So we're learning more about him and more about his family just through the letters that he's writing. Last letter. November 23rd. Mr. Henshaw, why should I call you dear when you are the reason I'm stuck with all this work? It wouldn't be fair to leave Mom out. So here is question 3 continued. Mom works part-time for Catering by Katie, which is run by a real nice lady Mom knew when she was growing up in Taft, California. Katie says all women who grew up in Taft had to be good cooks because they went to so many potluck suppers. Potluck, do you know what a potluck is? It's where you basically it's like a pitch-in. If you go to a party and you bring a dish, that's what potlucks are. Mom and Katie and some other ladies made fancy food for weddings and parties. They also baked cheesecake and apple strudel for restaurants. Mom is a good cook. I just wish she would do it more at home. Like the mother in Mousse on Toast. Almost every day, Katie gives Mom something good to put in my school lunch. Mom also takes a couple of courses at the community college. She wants to be an LVN, which means licensed vocational nurse. They help real nurses, except they don't stick needles in people. She is almost always home when I get home from school. Your ex-friend, Lee Botts. Okay, so we're going to stop there. Ooh, next page. I like how there's pictures in here. I wonder if Mr. Henshaw's ever going to write him back. I'm like looking through it. We'll see. Okay. So, what you're going to do now, this is one of your only reading assignments today. I'm going to share with you this document. I'm going to put it on Google Classroom. Okay, here are the questions. You're going to get this. It's going to be in your Google Classroom. You're going to open it. You're going to type where it tells you to type your answers. We're going to use complete sentences, capitals, periods, capitalization when needed. And then you're going to hit submit. When we did the word sort last week, I don't think some of you hit submit. And submit makes it easier for me on my end to go through and see who turned it in. I could still see it if you didn't hit submit, but it just makes it easier if you do hit submit when you're done. Okay, so here's the first question, and you can start thinking about these. Who does Lee write letters to and why? So you might start out with saying, Lee writes letters to da 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 because da 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 da. Why do you think Lee kept writing to Mr. Henshaw? Because he started in second grade and he's in sixth grade. He's in middle school now. So why do you think he keeps writing to him? And this is a why do you think? So it really, as long as you have a good solid answer, you can't go wrong. Next one, do you agree with Lee or his mother about answering Mr. Henshaw's questions? Explain. So Lee said, I don't want to. His mother said, you have to. And you might have to go back in the book and see why did his mom tell him he had to? And then describe Lee's life based on his answers to the first three questions. So he started answering questions that Mr. Henshaw had sent him. And we've learned a lot about Lee's life. So I would maybe come up with three things, three, three, three things that we have learned about Lee and his life. Maybe his dad, his mom, maybe he's talked about school and things that he likes and doesn't like. So that's what you're going to write for that last question. Okay. So we've read the book together, the pages together today. I am quite certain you can do these four questions on your own. You can use the book, look back in it if you need to, and then don't forget to hit submit. I kind of like having the webcam. I kind of feel like I'm like famous or something. Anyway, that's all for today. Still miss you. Miss you like crazy. I wish we were going to school. I'll say that a million times. So, look for this on your Google Classroom, and I have it in the assignment grid where to go as well. Bye.